The School of Creative Arts, Culture and Communication is home to a broad range of subjects. We teach and research in English and liberal arts, in creative writing, in film, media and journalism, in languages and linguistics, and in performing arts and creative industries.
Our unique teaching offer.
So Birkbeck has this long tradition of making education available to people who might not otherwise have the opportunity to engage in a university education. So it's flexible learning, it's lifelong learning, it's learning that suits everyone, both in terms of where people are from, where they are in their life journey. The age range is something that creates an interesting mix in the classroom. People with lots of different backgrounds and experiences and different expertise, and that all feeds into a really dynamic sort of conversation in our classes. Birkbeck is also located in the heart of Bloomsbury, so we're in a kind of education hotspot here. I'm sitting right now in the John Maynard Keynes Library. Virginia Woolf's house is around the corner. So this has been a long-standing sort of vibrant hub of intellectual energy and ideas. Our classes mix theory and practice throughout the degree. So students will get that solid, rich academic background, but they'll also get the opportunity to deploy those ideas and concepts in sort of hands-on practical activities. So it's very much student-centered teaching where we're working with students, speaking to students. You will learn from world-leading researchers, but also people working at the top of their industry. So we have filmmakers, theater makers, journalists, creative writers, people who are moving the field in their line of work. So that's a key part of studying at Birkbeck, is the academic side, but also the employability side. And we have those industry connections that are unique to Birkbeck that you won't find other places.
Careers and employability opportunities.
So every student coming onto a program in the School of Creative Arts, Culture and Communication has access to a bespoke online resource where we provide curated access to all the things that are offered to every student at Birkbeck, but also the information about our particular courses, opportunities, and forms of advice that are pertinent to the field of the creative and cultural sector. Probably most students who are thinking of coming to our school are interested in placements though. And at both undergraduate and postgraduate level, we do have dedicated placement modules. And we work with a whole series of organizations in cultural institutions, app developers. We have placements with translation services as part of social enterprises, community arts organizations.
Our vibrant research culture.
Our new constellation as a school shows what you can do with really interdisciplinary work, which we've always been doing in our respective units. Really, we embrace research that goes from medieval pilgrims' libraries to various shades of artificial intelligence that brings together people working in digital media around the Vasari Research Center that has been an absolutely pioneering research unit for digital culture. We also have a great tradition of dialogue and practice in the field of theatre and performing arts, and our theatre practice also goes all the way to Turkey and to Ukraine, involving diasporic communities in London. A number of researchers in the school have had great success in producing exhibitions elsewhere, and I'm thinking about the exhibition on blood, which started at the Jewish Museum in London and then traveled to Poland and is one of our top-rated impact case studies from the Research Excellence Framework in 2021.
Birkbeck Institute for the Humanities.
So the Birkbeck Institute for the Humanities was set up around about 2008, 2009, and was designed to be a forum to reflect on debates of burning importance in the social worlds that we live in. And it was called the Institute for the Humanities, but it was always interdisciplinary.
The London Critical Theory Summer School.
Our summer school is one of our largest events that takes place in the calendar year, and it's 2 weeks of intense engagement with a number of intellectuals who are around to run sort of mini courses for a whole big community of people who are all concerned about the world in some ways and want to think about how humanities resources and the resources of critical theory can help us to open up questions and begin dialogues and think about ways of remediating.
Birkbeck Institute for the Moving Image.
BIMI was created because we have a cinema. The cinema was built at the back end of a big research project in the early part of the 2000s. We commissioned the best cinema of any university in London. We're one of the very few places in the whole of London which can actually show archive quality film on real 35mm projectors, and we do this regularly. We can also accompany silent films on a piano, which is part of the equipment. It's also important when you're teaching about film at all sorts of levels, right from BA level up through to postgraduate, to be able to show films as films, because it makes a difference. So when the cinema was relaunched as the Institute for the Moving Image, the program that opened up was to combine opportunities for students and staff to present programs, to curate programs, to bring in the public, and to use it as a kind of base for experimentation, innovation,